Well, here we are. Another beautiful day in fabulous Las Vegas. And it's been about a year, probably, maybe longer, I don't know, so that I've actually been on camera doing another Babblin with Bob. But a lot to talk about. And I'm not going to catch it all up in one little segment here. We're going to break it up. But I'm going to start out with Voice of the Veteran. As many of you know, that I'm the founder and CEO of. And I started this out, and it was just me. I was doing videos of veterans talking about their time in service and their stories and stuff like that. And the only difference is I didn't try to look cool with sunglasses. It's bright out here, so I'm going to take them off. I'm at the dog park here with Sadie. It's the dog park in our complex. So let's get back to Voice of the Veteran. Started out just being me talking to veterans about their time in service and their stories they have, and some of them have been absolutely incredible. The most watched one is Dick Moyer, Vietnam veteran, LERP Ranger, some great stories, and he's had quite a few thousands of views, which is really cool. I think the lowest one was like 17,000. I forgot what the highest one is, but a lot of people like it because those are stories about that a lot of guys that were in Vietnam can relate to, because it was not the best times of their lives. Let's put it simply. It was a rough time. So we got Dick, and I think I've done like 200 interviews of veterans, and doing it by yourself, you learn a lot of things and you make mistakes, and I've made my share, but I've learned from them, thank God, and I don't have them all up. Life happens. Voice of the Veteran grew. Peter Palivos is our chairman. And it's so funny because when I met Peter, we hit it off. And this is probably about 5 years ago, and at least. And I went to him. I probably sounded like a moron. I said, Peter, it's just me doing Voice of the Veteran. And this is what we do, is he's seen some of the interviews and stuff. But I said, I had a talk with myself last night, and we decided that you're the new chairman. He didn't miss a beat. He goes, okay, I'm in. From that point on, it has just taken off. We've helped so many people, so many veterans and their families with everything because of Peter, for their rents, their hospital bills, clothing, food, things of that nature. He personally intervened in a couple attempted suicides and talked them down, and they're still alive today. He's a hell of a guy. I mean, there are people that say, well, he's not a veteran. So, he's an incredibly successful attorney and businessman. Why wouldn't you want somebody like that heading up your organization? Peter single-handedly has opened more doors for Voice of the Veteran than anybody else could have. I mean, the connections he has are second to none. And in 2022, we did, at the time, was the largest event for veterans, military, and their families, where we gave away $1.8 million worth of furniture, home goods, appliances, clothing, toys, diapers. And that was amazing. We did that with CityServe organization, and that is an incredible organization as well. Well, we took it another step farther, both CityServe and Voice of the Veteran, where we did this 2024, because we're almost in December now. Today's the 30th of November. Where's today, the 1st? I don't know. That's what happens when you get old. You forget stuff. But June 8th, 2024 at Allegiant Stadium, Peter. It was his idea. The backstory to that is him and I were at one of the Raiders games, and sitting in his seats, which is like 3 or 4 rows away from the field, right behind the Raiders bench. And you go down into the champions room and eat for free Wagyu beef and all that stuff. It was incredible. And but that's the way Peter is. But he's humble. He always shares those things with, his hockey tickets and his Raider tickets and whatever else he has connections to. He shares that, and that's remarkable. A lot of people don't do that. He does it in a big way. But we're sitting there, and he looks at me. He goes, "Max, what do you think of this idea?" He says, "You know how we did the last event for veterans and military and their families?" He goes, "How about we do one here?" I looked at him like, "What are you smoking?" And I thought maybe he hit his head walking up the steps or something. And we talked about it. I'm like, "Yeah, Peter, that'd be great, but how?" And he says, "Trust me, we'll get it done." And so we talked some more about it. Probably less than a week later, he called me up. He says, I talked to Dave Donaldson at CityServe. Dave's the founder and CEO of CityServe. And they're worldwide. I mean, the stuff they've done in Ukraine and Gaza, Hawaii for the fires, during, COVID, they fed 17 million people. Who does that? Well, they did. They're huge. And their people are outstanding. Well, 2 of them got to talking, and they said, "Well, this has got merit." Talk some more. They went and talked to Peter's friend, Mark Davis, the owner of the Raiders, and presented to him, and he liked it. Show you how Peter gets things done. He got the stadium for free. That's a $2 million gift from Mark Davis and the Raiders. He got it for free. And they put a limit on how many people could come in because it's the first time and you never know how it's going to be, right? And so we ended up having, the final count was 17,206. And that was the final official count. And the reason I say that and know that is because I saw it. The one supervisor showed me the page. I'm like, damn. Well, and me as publisher of Veterans World magazine, I said, when it was all done, we took a bunch of pictures. My son and his friend have a company called Superhero Productions, and they did all the video work, a bunch of pictures, and did videos, and it turned out great. So that's Aaron and my son Lance. So, and they had a couple of friends of them helping out. So I figured, okay, I'm going to make a magazine on that event. And here it is. And it's 8.5 by 11, and it's like just full of pictures and and then a tribute to some of the people we have as fallen heroes, and then the list of the police officers. I think it's right here in the state of Nevada that have died. And then I've got there he is. That's my son-in-law, Detroit police officer that was shot and killed in the line of duty. Which was tragic. But anyway, I always put them in there. We honor our heroes, and that's why we did the Day of Gratitude. And it turned out to be a lot bigger than anybody thought, and it is now the biggest military exclusive event in the history of Nevada. We got the base involved, all the top brass over there, as many people as we could get to come to the event. We had Walker Hayes, the country singer, singing, and there was a couple more acts. And then Danny Goki was on American Idol. He's great voice. He did the national anthem and a couple other songs. Really good, really good job. And the whole thing was, and we had like almost 80 booths around the level 1 concourse of help for it, you name it. Mental health, getting health care, education, job searches, resume writing, dentistry. I mean, it goes on and on and on. and then the booths with free things for the people who were in attendance. I think it's called Desert Breeze, something. I apologize if I get that wrong, but if I'm going to put the name right here and make sure it's right. But they do those. They look like dryer sheets, but it's detergent. You put them in the wash. Man, do they work good! I mean, I endorsed them like you wouldn't believe. They gave me some, and we still got them, and we're using them. And I dread the day that I got to go back and buy detergent, because that's almost all water anyway. But these things, it's fragrance free. You can get that or with fragrance. I know I'm getting off a tangent, but that's how much stuff was there. We had $4 million worth of gifts from Disney toys, Nike shoes. We had the Kyrie Irving shoes and a bunch of other kind of shoes. And then Amazon, a bunch of stuff. And that's just the beginning of it. And you never saw so many kids walking out of that stadium with their arms just full of stuff. Big smiles on their face, tears in their eyes. I mean, yeah. If it didn't affect you, you're not a human being. All right. Diapers, there was a diaper company there that great diapers. Ones they gave us some extra, and I gave them to mothers and mothers to be. They have little ones wearing diapers, and excuse me, they love them, and they give me a bunch of cards that I passed out for discounts and stuff like that. So some others that I talked to, the mothers of active duty and the National Guard, they love them. But yeah, so that's what we did in 2024. And not to mention that we helped veterans obtain for the year and to date. And this, I got to look at I don't have a watch on or a calendar or anything on me that I can see, but whatever date this is, if it's December 1st, awesome. But the year's not even done. And we've brought in to date today, $11.2 million worth of lifetime benefits for veterans with their VA disability claims. Now, I know the VA is going to see this, the OIG and whoever else, and they're going to say, oh, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Great. We're not doing it for them. What we're doing is we're helping them to understand how to do it. They sign it, and they send it in. Not us. Because there's a big thing right now about not being having the proper credentials or being I can't even think of the word, but we don't have that. But we have people that have had that, but they're all retired now, and they're amazing. They're veterans. They sit down and say, all right, what they're looking for is this. And this is how you fill this out, this line, this line, this line, that type of thing. And they're not misled. They're helped, and they're sitting there with them every step of the way. I don't do it because I don't know it, and I don't want to cause any problems for any veterans. I know people out there that are doing this stuff, and they're not accredited. That's the word. They're not accredited by the VA, and they are causing so much harm to veterans, and it's pathetic. It's totally wrong that they're doing that. And we stand by the veterans. We do not charge a dime, zero. If you want to make a donation, we don't even mention that. That's on their own. And we've had a couple, and then yeah, but we make sure that they do the right thing, that they're not misled. So that's another thing we do. I challenge anybody to meet what we've done, and they can't. Because we've got the right people working together as a team, as a unified team. They're veterans. Like I say, Peter's the only one that's not a veteran. But you know what? I challenge you. I challenge you to do what he's done. Even 1/10 of what he's done. He's been helping veterans in the military for years. And there's going to be another topic that I'm going to talk on, but not now, because there's other things in the works, but which is good. It's phenomenal. But anyway, so I made the magazine, and we're giving it out to everybody, or not everybody, we're giving it out to people that we're trying to get them to be sponsors of Voice of the Veteran, or donors, or things that say, here, see, this is what we've done. This is what we've done. We can prove what we've done, because we fight for the results. Because you know why? Results don't lie. Simple as that. And it's not like we're better than anybody else. And I don't want to go out and say we do more than anybody. No, that's bush league. That's not even minor league stuff. That's crap. What we want to do is we want to work together so we can help even more veterans. We want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. And that's what we want to do. It's not about us. We don't get paid. None of us make a dime on what we're doing. And when we do get money, it goes right back into the organization to help with what we do and how we do it. So, but then, you got the front of the magazine, okay? And then you got the back of the magazine. Ta-da! I tell everybody, it's the best picture in the whole magazine. But no, I did this so we can say, all right, here's results. Results don't lie. Boom. And try to get people to help us. And even that's hard. It's like, all right, there's what, 42,000 veterans organizations in the United States, and how many of them are real? There's real ones out there. Yeah, I've met some of them, and I really like what they do. But I've met some that are worse than questionable, and they're the ones making money for themselves. How much are they really helping the veterans and the military? And the active duty, the National Guard, the reserves, and their families. So many people forget about the families. You can't do that, because the families, when the guys are gone and they're deployed, they're suffering as well. And you can't overlook the families. And it's important. So when we say thank you for your service, we mean it to the military person, the active duty, the National Guard, the veterans, and their families. It's a big thank you to all of them. And the reason we did the Day of Gratitude, it's a thank you to them, all of them, for their service. I can't tell you how many times some wives have come up to me, or even husbands that were the spouses of a military person, and say thank you for involving the families, because no one's ever done that before. No one's ever thanked us for our service, doing what we're doing. And that is a tragedy. It really is. That shouldn't be that way. And as long as we're active and we can keep persevering and hitting new milestones all the time, that's our goal, is to help. Because the mission is to help. We're one big family. We're one big military family. And you can't overlook that. And now the sun's going down, and I can see. This is awesome. But yeah, it's this thing's just jam-packed with pictures. And if you're interested in it, you can see it on our website, thevoiceoftheveteran.org, or you can see it on the magazine website. That's veteransworldmagazine.com, because the magazine is separate from Voice of the Veteran and everything else. It's mine, all right? And the reason I made it, and yeah, I don't make any money on it either. I'll put it right back in it. The reason I made it that way is because it's not a nonprofit. So if we want to endorse somebody that's running for public office, then we can. And nobody can say anything about it, because we talk about it. We have a good staff, and everybody's a veteran, except for my grandson. And Kyle is he's 20 going on 40, I swear. You meet him, people just fall in love with him all the time. I mean, he's smart, he's tall, he's a good-looking guy, and obviously doesn't take after his grandpa. But he's very knowledgeable on social media and a lot of business things. He studies very, very hard. And he's not one of these guys that sits around and plays games. No, he studies. And when he's on the computer, he's reading, or he's studying, or he's watching a certain type of documentary or something. It's all business related. And I'm real proud of him. But he's the co-founder with me on this. And so I have him listed in the magazine as that. But he's the only non-veteran, but he's my grandson, so he's a grandson of a veteran. So, again, I go back to, I don't care if who's running the organization, a veterans organization. Let's look at the USO. The head of the USO is not a veteran, but he's a very brilliant business mind. Why would you not want that? All right. The guy that lives out here in Henderson is in charge of like the western states or southwestern or whatever for the USO. Another, not a veteran, but a great business mind. And here's another point. My buddy, Andre Haynes. Andre started the Armed Forces Chamber of Commerce a number of years ago, and they've done a lot of good things for people. The people that say negative things about Andre, I laugh at them. I laugh at them because, number one, they could not do what he's done and is doing to this day. Couldn't do it. And I put Andre up against anybody. And there's been a couple people that have said things to me that I definitely don't like, and I laughed in their face because they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, he's not a veteran, so why is he doing this? Oh, are you kidding me? Don't be ignorant. And at least don't let it show when you open your mouth. All right? There's veterans in his family. He's got like 5 generations of veterans. He lived that stuff. Just because he didn't go in and is not a veteran has no bearing on business. The guy was a record producer and in the entertainment business in LA for years, all over the world he did. And some of the people that he helped get their start, I guarantee you either buy their CDs or listen to them on the radio and like what they do. And probably have been to some of their concerts. That's him. And you know what? People don't see that. Oh, he's not a veteran. Well, that's because you're an idiot. There you go. But anyway, that's what I have to say for today. And we're at 22 minutes. Woo! Big. You can tell I haven't done this in a while because I got a lot to say. I'll try to keep them shorter. But, if I go longer, who cares? If you don't want to watch it, click. If you do want to watch it and you like what I'm talking about, and if you have questions, send me an email. And it's right here. All right, bob@voiceoftheveteran.org. And I guess it's going to go this way. But, yeah, do that. Send me your ideas, comments, concerns. If you don't like what I'm saying, tell me. If you don't like the way my hat fits on my head, it's probably because you're a Marine. That's for my buddy Dan. Dan Kamanao, my buddy. Great guy. 26-year Marine. And we have the best time together. Whenever we go someplace, it's our podcast is the Bob and Dan Show. Of course, see, Air Force has to be first. See, Air Force. But no, we have a great time. And we hoot on each other all the time, and it's out of love. I mean, love and respect, and we help a lot of people. Dan helps a ton of people, and he's got the knowledge. And for example, we go into the hospital, the VA hospital together. Doctors have been known to come out of their office because they heard Dan was there. He knows everybody. It's crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Super guy. You'll start seeing more of our Bob and Dan podcasts, and quite possibly, well, we have a radio show in the works right now, and we're going to be doing that and having special guests on there. You're going to see one of our guests is my buddy Chuck Thomas. Chuck is a NFL alumni, played for Atlanta, I think a little short stint in Houston, and then like 7 years, I think it was, with the 49ers. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings to prove it, back to back. So, I mean, super guy, still big as a house. He was a center, and just great guy all the way around. So he's a good guy to have around. He's part of our team now doing the podcast. Dan just called me and broke up the video. I got to put it on airplane mode because I guarantee you he'll be calling right back because he thinks my phone's broke when he does that. But that's my Marine buddy. I'd do anything for him. Take a bullet for him, the whole bit. He's that good of a guy, that good of a friend. But that's all I'm going to say right now, because I think we're closing in on 30 minutes, and there's going to be a lot more going on, and I'll be able to reveal. You're not going to believe what we're going to be talking about, and it's something that's much needed in Las Vegas, and you'll see. All right. Everything I say, I'll back it up with factual evidence that I can either hold up and show you, like this good-looking guy here in the back. I'll have proof. I'm not going to BS you or give you sugar-coated stories or whatever. Everything is real. It has results, because what do I tell you? Results don't lie. All right, everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you. All right, we'll see you.